All right, right now, quarterbacks across the National Football League are shuddering at the sight of the man who is sitting next to us from NC State. Bradley Chubb is here. Thank you so much for coming by. It's wonderful to have you here. He won the Bronco Nagurski Award this year, given to the best defensive player in college football. He had more tackles for loss than anyone in college football. And what I find fascinating, I'd love you to take me through this journey here. And I want to make sure I get this exactly right. You were the 60th ranked outside linebacker coming into college. And now you're going to be a top 5 or so pick in the NFL draft. So how did that happen? How did you get from someone that was not the most highly recruited player coming out of high school to where you're sitting now?
Just a lot of hard work, just being humble, understanding that rankings don't define you coming out of high school. So just going there, trying to make a name for myself, trying to prove a lot of people wrong. Came in there with a chip on my shoulder, and I just felt like I proved a lot of people wrong.
You've definitely made a lot of fans already in the NFL. Von Miller tweeted that you were Von Miller plus Khalil Mack. So let's start with what thoughts went through your mind when you heard him say that?
So I was just scrolling on Twitter. I saw my name pop up, and so I saw that, and I read it, watched the video. It was crazy. Like, it was one of those things that he was like, man, this is a guy I look up to. This is a guy that's one of the best in the league, and he's over here talking about me. So it was a humbling experience for sure. And
people who are in the position you are, where we're getting ready to see where you'll wind up, will always be comparing players. Who do you think you are, who would compare to? Who do you compare your game to in the league?
Those two. Honestly, I said that at the combine. I said I feel like I try to mix both of them together, like with the speed that they have and the power that they have. So I just try to mix those two together and just be my best.
All right, now I could talk to you forever, but here's what I want to do. I want to bring you over here because Damian Woody is here. Right. And, of course, D. Wood played on the offensive line in the NFL for years and years and years. And I want to see the two of you guys go through some tape. And D. Wood, you break down some of the stuff that we're seing here from Bradley. Go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the part that I love to do. I love to show fans what makes these guys special. And Bradley, you're one of the top guys, one of the best pass rushers. So we're going to look at three plays. This one right here, this is against Louisville. I mean, a guy your size making that spin move against Louisville. Talk to me about that. Is that instincts right there?
Yeah, it was a little bit of instincts, a little bit of knowing what was coming. So the tackle, he overset me. So I felt it at first, and then that guard, he wasn't helping like the whole game. So I told my D tackle right there, I think that's Monty right there. I was like, hey, cover me right now, so I'm finna make this inside move.
Yeah, because usually a lot of times when you make that spin, that guard sitting right there, he'll clean your clock. Yeah. But that was a really good move.
Yes, sir.
The next play we got right here. Sorry about that, Greeny. Next play we got right here is we got a force against my alma mater, Boston College. But here's what I love about this play right here. What I love is, look, there's a chip block right here. So you defeat the chip block and still make the inside move to get the sack against my alma mater, Boston College right there.
Yeah, so, I mean, we was taught just always, if you see a running back come to chip, just turn into power. So that's what I did, and it opened up right there for me.
And see, that's smart right there, because not a lot of young guys really understand what you have to do on a play like that. And then the last play against Syracuse, we show the good. Sometimes we got to show, okay, what's going on here. Now talk me through this one right here. You're going against Syracuse, a guy's a dual threat kind of quarterback. You're going to see a lot of these guys in the National Football League. Just talk to me, right here, how this guy broke contain right here.
It was one of those plays. You watch a lot of film, so you saw that his tendency was to come inside on the little quarterback draw. So I just got a little too happy. Tried to come inside too quick, and he just bounced it outside.
Yeah, because we talked about Deshaun Watson in the last break. Guy like that, he'll see something like that and he'll eat it up all day. So obviously in the tape, that's a teaching tool right here. But now what I want to do something interesting. I want us to just talk to them some things one-on-one. We're going to flip sides right here because I want the public to be able to see what we're kind of talking about. And Greeny, you can just kind of stand back and we'll put some bubble wrap over you. We don't want you to get hurt.
We considered me to do the hand play in this segment. We thought maybe better if D. Wood did.
Yeah, absolutely. So again, I was a player, played 12 years. I played all across the offensive line, finished out my career at offensive tackle. So I always tell people the one thing that scares offensive linemen is speed.
Speed, yeah.
But I want to know from you is, what's the one rush move? What's your bread and butter? If you had to get home, it's 3rd and 9 in a 2-minute drill. What's the one move that you want to make that's going to get home to the quarterback?
So I usually open the game up with power, just to sit the offensive lineman down. So setting that up for the 3rd down rushes, I would come up, get 2 steps in, and then on the 3rd step, I'll come right here, make it look like I'm coming to power, have him sit down, throw his hands, and then scissor outside and come off the edge right there.
Now, a lot of young guys, they don't have secondary rush moves. You talked about a lot of guys have power come into when you get into the National Football League, guys will eat that up. You got to have secondary brush moves. Is that something that you've been working on this offseason to prepare yourself for the National Football League?
Yeah, definitely. I've been working with different coaches, just trying to up my pass rush repertoire, and I feel like in the college I had a little bit, but I know it's going to have to step up at the next level, so I've just been working on that throughout this whole little offseason.
And one last thing for me is that, just a little pointer, know that offensive lineman, we're looking at everything you're doing, whether it's the whites on your knuckles, your stance. If you're coming back like this, I know you're screaming off the edge. If your feet get squared up, knowing that you're going to be moving side to side. So just know, as much as you study us, we're studying everything you do to give us any type of tip to exploit you in a game.
I was going to be the running back chipping on that one play, but I saw how you discarded him so easily. Anyway, congratulations on everything. Best of luck next week. It's a thrill to have you here. Thank you very much.